Welcome in, everybody. Can we get some thumbs up if it looks and sounds okay? Otherwise, let us know if there's any audio issues, video issues. I'm going to have my friend Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors come join me in just a second. What's up, Catfishing Fresno? What's up, Rocco from the Laugh Channel? Rebel River Cats, David Williams, my dad, Stacey Payne, Living In and Outdoors. What's up? And anyone else watching, if you notice it is subscriber only mode, so just hit that sub button and about 2 minutes later, it'll let you chat. So let me let Ted in here real quick from Off the Hook Outdoors. And there he is.
Boom.
What's going on?
How are you, buddy?
Doing good, man. That lady over your Okay, so this is the remnants of my old room in my parents' house from back in the day. And so this is kind of like the decorations I had when I was in like middle school, high school. So still hasn't been taken down and converted to anything else.
Hey,
David,
how are you, buddy?
Yes,
KC, what's up, brother?
Don't worry about that, Yak Life.
Rocco, what's up, buddy? Rick,
yeah, you'll get some big ones on the Yak, Rocco. It'll happen. Just keep on keeping on. We got Double Hook Angling, KC Fish Page, Big Tiny. What's going on? I'm sure all you guys know who this man next to me is, Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. But if you don't, description, his link is in there. Also, I'm sure one of the awesome moderators could share his link for us. That would be greatly appreciated. But we're going to talk about the collaboration, our second collab that we just recently did in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, and we're going to talk about the challenge that we had, the contest we had going on, and the giveaway we're going to be doing tonight because of that. So that is what tonight is all about.
Yes, sir. Then we're going to be doing a giveaway at towards the end of it all.
The swag bag, the FishAngler app swag bag. So that'll be really exciting, and Ted's going to be running that giveaway. So.
Because I lost.
Yep. Let's see. Cooking dinner. I'll be listening. Awesome. What's for dinner, Daniel?
What's up, Anyfin?
Oh, wow. Your chat's quicker than mine. I just saw Anyfin was in here. What's going on, guys?
I wanted to know how Daniel did in the bass tournament because we talked about it. He was doing a bass tournament with JV on Eric Burnside's thing. I think he was winning, but I gave him – I think some of the stuff helped. He was fishing wacky style, and I think he was catching bass that way.
Was that during the time I was up there? Because I remember Eric Burnside was hosting a bass tournament.
No, that was just this past Saturday. They were just this past Saturday. So yeah, Fish Slayer Freshwater's in here.
Fish Slayer Freshwater. I did not get your package yet, so I'll let you know when that comes. He drew me. He does some good artwork, and he drew me a crappie drawing. So when I get that, I'll show it off to you guys. But it has not arrived yet. Biscuits and gravy, that sounds good. Just opened the Bass Finder box. How is it? Is it looking pretty good? Those Bass Finder boxes are usually pretty fire. They're usually pretty stuffed full of baits.
See, he's
Dynamic Angler, welcome in.
Daniel said wacky and frog. That's exactly what I told him.
Those are like my two confidence baits. Those and poppers and whopper floppers. Any top fighter, really.
We collabed a little before the tournament, and I gave him some, I don't want to say pointers because he's a fisherman himself, but he asked me my opinion, and I gave him my opinion. So,
right. What's up, Bold Lion? Welcome in. But anyway, guys, we are going to, here's basically what happened was a few weeks ago, I headed up for the second time. I did the same thing last year. It was a little earlier in the year. To Pennsylvania, about a 15-hour drive for myself. Last year, I went with SunfishKing. This time, she was working. Hopefully, we can get her out there next time around. But did some bass fishing with Ted. Thanks again, Ted, for being an awesome host and having me out there. It was awesome. And basically what we did was a lot of, we hit the bass really hard. I'm a multi-species guy, so we did a little bit of pan fishing, a little bit of carp and catfish and stuff like that. Mixed all that in. I got to see Ted catch some really awesome stuff, which we'll get to here in a little bit that I wasn't expecting. And then we also had a challenge going on the whole time. So every day, at the end of the day, on all social medias, we would post our highlights of the day, like the catches and the pictures and stuff like that. And we had a challenge going on the FishAngler app. And if you don't know about the FishAngler app, it's kind of like half social media, half fishing forecast app, where you can go find, places around you to fish, and you can see how what people are catching them on around you. And then you can also post your catches, share your catches, kind of brag with other people what you're catching, things like that. And there's a link in the description and some information, download link to the FishAngler app if you want to check that out. But we made a post each day, and we tried to tally up who got the most likes on those highlight posts out of the 5 days. So one post each day. and I don't remember the exact number. I should have wrote it down. But Ted had like 230 likes total, and I had like 270 something total. So I had like 40 something more than him. There's just like a couple more on each one. And so basically what that means is that he had to come on my channel, and he's going to be giving away the swag bag towards the end of this live tonight, which is going to be one of these fish angler hats. It's going to be a green camo fish angler hat. It's going to be a net gator. It might be a couple, like a set of net gators. I'm not 100% sure. And then some fish angler stickers, and they might throw some other stuff in there. But I know for a fact it's going to be those items, which will go to one lucky winner later on tonight. That's going to be United States only on that one. And so yeah, that was the challenge. And if I had lost, then I would have to go on Ted's channel for the live and do it that way. Really, it doesn't matter to us either way. Just kind of a fun challenge to get Fish Angler out there and to kind of make it interesting while we were out there fishing.
Yeah, it's just
if it was a fishing challenge, Ted would have won for sure.
Yeah, we're just doing. It was a fun little challenge we did with both of us. We posted every day, and it was just a way to promote Fish Angler, say thank you to Fish Angler also. But guys, go over to Fish Angler, use the link, the invite link. I'm sure King has his invite link, or if you want to use my invite link, you can go to my description. But King has it in his. Use the invite link; it's free. You get to check out all the people that like to do what we do. And also, there's a little catch to that, too. You can bring some people over to YouTube from Fish Angler and vice versa. So you can get some subs from Fish Angler, you know, bring them over. You can post your YouTube channel, your videos and things like that. So there's a couple more things than just looking at fish. You can actually bring people over to your channel from there also.
Yeah, on that note, some of the awesome people in here right now, Rocco I know is one of them, and he's a good friend I've actually met with and collabed with multiple times, got together with him out in Colorado and fished with him. I met him through the Fish Angler app. And also, you know, some of the people who participated in the events on my channel, some of the trivias that we do live, some of the tournaments and the fishing leagues and stuff like that. A lot of those people actually came over from Fish Angler. That's how they found out about that and joined. So if you have a channel or any type of social media and you're trying to promote your content that's fishing related, or you want to host some event like a tournament or something like that, it's a great avenue to kind of use as like a social media in that aspect for any type of fishing events or fishing posts that you want to make on there. What's up, Outdoors Fishing Dream? What's going on? And thank you for sharing my post on Fishbrain Dynamic Angler. I appreciate that.
They said my audio was kind of low, so I just adjusted it. Is it okay? David Williams said it was a little low, so I moved it up. I don't know if it's too loud for you, King, or not.
I don't know. I can turn it all the way up and see. It's not too loud for me. If it's too loud for anybody else, let us know. At any point, if Ted's audio is too loud or anything else, let us know. I turned it up all the way.
Okay.
And
I don't know if it's
any
because
issues.
I don't know if it's because of not having the mic in or what, but I raised mine up on my computer on my mic.
Loud and clear. Okay.
Just in case. Okay.
Sounds good. Just let us know if we need to adjust anything, and we'll take care of it. Welcome in, Jace. Ted's audio is decaf. Oh no, I turned it up. I turned the volume all that could be. Daniel said it's all good. This is the best we can do at this point. I think, because I have it turned all the way up, but I think everybody can hear.
Sonny, a little echo off the hook is good. Well, that's good to hear. It's on his end, not mine. No, I'm just kidding.
A little echo. I could try to find some headphones. Give me 1 second. Oh.
It sounds better. It's fine. Okay. All right. Yep. I have the gain and everything set on my mic. Everything should be good. I think. Every once in a while with the different live streams that I go into, I'm kind of low anyway because I have a sore throat from screaming all weekend for a baseball tournament for my son. So I have a sore throat, so I'm naturally talking low tonight.
Let's try these and see if there's less echo. But people were already saying that it sounded better, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
What's an outdoors fish? No, that ain't low. That's just sexy.
Okay. Well, there might
very white voice.
Hopefully, there's less echo now because you guys won't be hearing Ted's audio coming through my speakers because it's just in my ears. I might be screaming now though with the headphones.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. I might even leave one out.
Good. The Dynamic Angler downloaded. I hope that is the Fish Angler app. That's cool if he did that. That's awesome. Make sure you use the invite link though, King's invite link, because he gets sort of a credit for that. They see that how many people we're bringing in and everything, so we really appreciate that. Hey
Yeah,
Ashley.
I've got a few people to download the app, and I'm just not sure if anyone uses the invite link, and I get credit, and they're like, "Hey, bringing people over to the app," or if they're just
Yep,
going to the app store. But either way, it's good
that's good.
for Fish Angler and stuff. But obviously, we'd like to get credit and have them know, "Hey, he's bringing people over to our app," and things like that. Especially since they're providing these items for giveaways and things like that. Ashley Brady, welcome in. Um, so yeah, that's basically what happened. Quick summary of the trip. We caught a bunch of fish. I'm going to show some of the pictures here. I don't want to spoil it or anything. I didn't catch a PB or anything like I was hoping to, but I caught some solid fish and we caught some really good numbers. We had a good time.
You
And
had
it
a
was
PB
almost,
on.
that's what I was going to say. Is it was like a humbling experience for me. Is last year the bite was a little more fire and consistent the whole time. And so pretty much anyone you put them out there and give them a few tips, and even if they don't have the right gear and don't have the right drag set, they might get a few good fish in. And that's what happened with me and Molly. I don't think we were dialed in as much as we could have been. Now, give me one more year of bass fishing, you think I'd be doing a lot better. But the bite was a little slower, and so all the flaws of my drag not being set exactly right, me not having
Well, it
gear.
was the first 5 minutes of fishing though too, so your dragging everything wasn't. It was like your second cast. I think you had like a five
Yeah, we
pounder
had
on.
like somewhere around a 5 pound smallie on. And I have the footage somewhere of all that. I need to find the SD card and make sure it didn't, get burnt or anything. But I
That's
should
another
have the
thing we
footage
could
of
talk
that
about.
to show later. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely for sure. Um, um, and yeah, so basically it was a learning experience. It's humbling for me because Ted was out there right next to me, same boat, and he's landing, a lot of 4 pound bass, a lot of really good bass. I think my biggest one was like 2.5. So I came back on a mission. I've been out there in the kayak. I've been trying to, catch a little bit bigger bass, try to make sure my gear is all right and everything like that. Try to use some of the things that Ted's taught me. And so, I didn't go out there and slay a bunch of monsters. I got to see Ted do it. And I also learned a thing or two. So if you guys have any questions about bass fishing, I'm sure Off the Hook would be a good channel to go check out. And I'm sure Ted would be a good guy to ask some of those
Thank you. I
questions.
appreciate that.
And so what I want to do now, Ted, is especially for the people who haven't seen Fish Angler, I'd like to bring up. I can do the computer version. It'll look a little different than it will on your phones, your mobile devices, which is typically how I use it. But I can show the highlight posts we made each day on the computer and kind of show some of the catches and behind the scenes stuff that way.
Yep,
For both of our Fish Angler accounts. So what I'm going to do is show that, and then I can bring it back to the full screen with both of us if we need to talk about each day. We're definitely going to talk about what happened to my GoPro the first day because that was an experience. And then at some point, for those just joining in, we will be doing a giveaway after we kind of go over a recap of our collab. We'll be giving away a Fish Angler swag bag, which will have some Fish Angler hats, some neck gaiters, and some stickers and stuff like that. So without further ado, I'm going to share the screen. We'll start with my post, and then we'll do Ted's. So Ted's will have more of the bigger fish, and you'll kind of notice that. It might have more of the multi-species theme. So I'm not going to read the whole thing with all the giveaway information. We kind of went over that. It is basically each one of these highlight posts that we're showing right now. Let me make sure I'm showing the screen right. I think
it looks good.
I think it was good the way it was.
Yep, it looks good like that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, each one of these we tallied up who got the most likes, added up all 5 because there were 5 days that we fished together, really like four days in the morning, and I ended up with a little bit more likes than him, so that's why this whole thing's on my channel. That was the contest. So day 1, fishing in Pennsylvania with Off the Hook Outdoors was a ton of fun. On the first day, I caught 5 different species. Between us, we put plenty of quality fish on the boat. And so the first day, I caught smallmouth bass, yellow perch, bluegill, pumpkin seed, largemouth bass, and my biggest fish was a 2-pound, 5-ounce, so almost 2.5-pound smallie. I'll show some of these pictures, and then I want to tell a story of what happened to my GoPro and that whole deal after I show these pictures here.
Come on,
so that might be the 2-pound 5. That's somewhere around 2. That might be somewhere in there. Smallie from the first day. So that's either the biggest one or one of the biggest ones I caught.
Look at all that fog behind us too.
And that's early in the morning before the GoPro had its issues. And yeah, that's something I should mention with the fires and stuff that were happening in Canada. our first day was like zero visibility on the boat. That's what you can see there, about 12, 15 feet out from the boat. That's about as far as we could see. And it cleared up a little bit later. The sun came out, kind of burned up that fog, but it was tough to see in the morning, especially that first day. So yeah, a lot of nice smallies. Ted could not keep on his feet. Dude's falling over trying to break $300 combos, $400 combos out there.
Yeah, good fish.
I got a picture of he got a good fish right there. Hit the deck, and I had the camera ready. So let's see. Yeah, Ted with the monsters. Like I said, you're gonna see a theme. You'll see a bunch of random little dinks of different species in my hands, and you'll see just slobs all weekend long in Ted's. So like
that wasn't the right picture to do after that fish.
Yeah, look at that. I should have thought about the order better. I remember sending these first couple to my parents, and my dad said something like, "It's okay, man. It's not about the size of the fish. As long as you're having fun." I was like, "All right." But this is a perch, yellow perch, and we actually don't have these around where I'm at in Missouri, so I get a lot more excited than the average person to catch a little 6-inch, 7-inch perch like that. And again, you can see that's a little bit later. There's still a lot of fog, but you can kind of start to see the horizon and the tree line and everything. That was a picture very early in the morning.
Yeah, that was like way out.
Sun barely. Pumpkin seed is another one I can't catch around here in Missouri, so I love catching those out there. And it wasn't that first day, but one of the days out there, I caught my PB pumpkin seed in alive. I didn't weigh it, but I know it was the biggest I've caught. It was a chunk. So a lot of pictures of dinks in my hands, and then again, Ted with the big monster largemouth right there. Most of our fish were on topwater or like wacky rigged plastics. Usually the black and blue Senko is what did it. I caught some on the SunfishKing black blue tail shimmy stick.
That's a good color also.
It sinks a little slow. It's called their heavy salt version, but it still sinks slower than the Senko. And here, actually, I found it works better because our lake is really shallow. And so having a little bit slower sink actually works better. Longer, but you're fishing 15 feet of water and they're hugging the bottom. You might want to sink a little quicker. You might want to Senko, or you might want to put a nail weight or something in. You know? Oh, right there. It goes from a big slaunch largie to a big slaunch smallie. I love that. So yeah, Ted was keeping on the whole time. And again,
there you go again.
About the size I was catching. What? Rocking the FishAngler merch and looking good while we're doing it. So, and that was the first one again. So, before I show Ted's highlights of the day, let me go over some chats that I'm missing, and then a quick story time about my GoPro. Sure. That's not the view right there. Let's see. Did Ted karate chop that carp you caught? We had a carp on when we were out there. I don't think
that was that bent one you caught.
Oh,
that was after.
One. Yeah, no, that was here in Missouri.
That was a crazy looking fish. Something happened to him.
Backyard boy thinks it was whirling disease. A lot of the trout get those out west where he's at, and so that could be it. I don't know. Ted makes the pros look like beginners. The dude knows how to get on fish, and he's very persistent. If they're biting somewhere, he'll find them and find out what they're biting on. I'm addicted to wacky rig fishing. Yeah, me too. I like the Senkos. I like the SunfishKings. I like Ted's as well. And I don't think I tried his heavy salt ones, or maybe I threw them a couple times up there in Pennsylvania.
I actually caught a couple with mine or with the heavy salt that day.
Yeah, and that's the one I might have to try at some point. You know, the different sinking speed and stuff like that. So like whether I use Senko or whether I use SunfishKing just depends on how fast I want it to sink, even around here. So it's not even like one's I would say is better than the other all the time or anything like that.
Yep.
Use SunfishKing's link this time to download FishAngler. Hey, I appreciate that. Cool. Thank you very much. Mr. Tully, welcome in. So, story time. It was after I had hooked up with and lost, somewhere around a 5-pound smallie that me and Ted were like screaming about. You see the GoPro footage. It was huge. Jumped out of the water, fought it for a good minute or two, and lost it.
It was right by the boat when it popped the hook, too.
I think my drag was probably just a couple clicks too loose, if I were to guess what happened, if it was anything wrong with my gear. So, and that's just, you just learn.
It was the first couple minutes of fishing too. So it was like,
I don't think the last thing I had done with that rod was catch bass. It was probably set up for catfishing or something beforehand.
And if you would have caught a smaller one before that, you would have been set up for that one.
Yeah, probably been fine. Probably would have clicked the drag a couple times and like it's a little loose. But anyway, a little bit after that, we landed some nice fish. Ted had landed some really nice fish, and we had gone back out. I guess it was our second time out because we had the kids on the boat, and I take the GoPro off and I go to take the battery out. And if you have a GoPro, at least the Hero 9s, you'll know they have a pull tab to pull the battery out, little blue pull tab, and it separates from the battery, which I had happen before, and I've been able to shimmy the battery out of there. But it ended up happening this time because of another reason. It's because the battery was really hot, and I don't know why it got hot. It wasn't very hot out there, as you saw. It was, we had all that fog, and it was maybe 70 degrees. No reason it would have overheated or anything. But the battery was super hot on the inside, and I went to try to get the battery out, and it's like a soft plastic. It just starts melting, and so I've got this battery melting inside my GoPro. It starts smelling like chemicals. Smoke starts coming out of it. My GoPro is hot to the touch, and we're trying to pull it out. Nothing's happening. It's just melting in there. I don't want to ruin my GoPro. I really quick reach my hand in there and pull out my SD card. So hopefully I saved that. I still haven't checked the SD card, so I need to do that to make sure that footage is on there. I hope it is, and I think it probably is, but I'm not sure. Knock on wood.
That'll be a great short too.
Yeah, for sure. And so I took some video of like, hey, my GoPro's smoking over here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Called GoPro support right away. They weren't as helpful as I thought they were. I think a lot of people misunderstand the replacement plan if you do buy the GoPro support. I always thought it was like 2 free replacements a year or something like that, and that's not the case at all. It's a $100 fee plus additional fees and taxes, even if it's their problem, not yours. They try to make you pay for it and tell you it's not covered by warranty. But I haven't had my GoPro replaced yet, but my GoPro is sent in, and I'm supposed to within a week or two get a GoPro. So
you didn't get it yet?
That. Nope, I still haven't got the GoPro yet. Yeah, I just sent it in like a few days.
Okay.
It took me a while to get everything because they wouldn't send me They took like an extra week and a half to send me the label. They kept saying we'll send you the label within 15 minutes, and they'd never send it to me. And I don't want to call them again because. Horrible experience calling GoPro support every time.
Hey, JJ.
But bottom line, I think I'm getting it replaced free, even though they said that was an exception to the rule, which I don't agree with. But
yeah, that was crazy. Like I understand the GoPro thing is if you buy a GoPro and you get that, if you become a member and you buy your GoPro and you keep it valid, just keep going, you should get the replacements. And it's 2. I thought it keeps rolling over. You know what I mean?
But I guess it's the $100 plus fee or whatever to replace it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, hopefully you guys have a better experience if you ever need GoPro support. That had to just be a fluke battery, just something wrong with the battery. And you think they would have been a little more responsive to that happening, especially on a boat with kids on the boat and the thing's catching on fire. And it's just it was on. I used the head mount, so as you can see in a lot of my pictures, the GoPro was literally on my head while the battery was overheating, and I didn't know it. I just happened to be changing the battery at that point because it was at like 20%, and I changed them a little early because I don't want to lose it in the middle of a fight with a fish. And so if I hadn't changed it a little bit early, who knows if the thing would have gotten super hot on my hat, or if I would have went to grab it and burned myself, or if it would have caught fire. I don't know. But all I can say is that thank goodness that nothing worse.
You had melted plastic running down your face.
So hopefully I get the replacement, and thank goodness nothing happened worse. But because of that, I don't have more footage of the trip. Took a little bit on my phone. For one day, I used Ted's chest mount, and I got some footage of me pan fishing with the kids. So I will be uploading all that stuff eventually. And then Ted was in a tournament. He was guiding me. He had his whole family there. He had a lot of stuff on his mind. Him being able to record with the GoPro would have been the straw that broke the camel's back. It would have just been too much to deal with, especially with trying to keep the kids and me from tangling each other and all that stuff.
It could get hectic on the boat with 4 people for sure.
So we're sorry we don't have more, footage to upload, but I'll upload what I got. And we did do the couple lives that we did, and
I did some shorts with it and stuff like that. But, we did some shorts.
I hope to be out there next year if Ted will have me, and hopefully bring the Queen with me. So hopefully we'll get on some bigger ones, or I will at least. Mm-hmm. Hard for Ted to get on much bigger than 5-pounders out there. But speaking of, let's go look at his posts from the first day real quick. That was the GoPro nightmare right there. You killed your first one in 2 days. They replaced it quickly, no cost, no problem. And that's what they said, like your first year, I guess you get the free replacements or something. And then after the first year, it's a $99. I don't know. It just sounds like a bunch of crap to me. So that might be a little different, though, if you killed it in 2 days.
Yeah. Hi and Muddy, what's up?
Let's see. Okay. So if I want to see if I can actually stop sharing that screen. I've got a different screen ready to go with Ted's post on it. All right, here we go. So again, we're looking at Ted's fish angler post from our first day out of 5. Here are today's highlight pictures. SunfishKing and I are having a competition. Again, he just talks about the competition if we can get more likes combined. So you've already seen that one. That's his big largie, big smallie right there. You know, Ted doesn't only catch monsters. Everybody, you know, everyone catches small ones too. He just catches enough big ones. He doesn't have to post all the small ones like I do. More big ones. You know, so that was the highlights of his catches that day. You know, a bunch of his big bass. And so we'll look at, let's see if we can actually go back to the other screen. We're going to look at my second day. We're moving on to day 2. Highlights here. Again, no GoPro for this day, so it's just trying to film on my phone. But the FishAngler app from the computer, it's a little different, so it might take me a second. I've just got to somehow figure out how to get back. Here we go. So these are like all my posts. And then it's different from your catches. You got your catches, trophy catches, posts, fishing reports.
I don't ever think that I got on FishAngler on my computer yet.
This is one of my first times doing it. It's actually crazy how much you can do from the computer.
Yeah.
Like I remember Fishbrain, you can't do a whole lot from the computer. At least back in the day.
Gotcha.
I don't know if they've changed it, but FishAngler, it's like it seems like you can. I don't know if you can make a post from here, but you can definitely check out people's whole profiles and everything like that, and their individual posts and stuff. And so here's the highlights for day 2. I love this picture right here.
Yeah, it's good.
It's me, Ted, Theo, all with the FishAngler gear on and holding some nice bass that we caught. Day 2 of fishing in PA with Off the Hook Outdoors was awesome. A little slower than the first day, but we consistently found them all day, and that's because we had to deal with the weather the entire time. It's kind of messing things up. We had no consistent weather the whole time. We also got some topwater action in the second day. They weren't hitting topwater the first day, so that's always fun. And I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still at 5 species that I've caught, and I still didn't land a bigger one than the first day as far as that 2-pound, 5-ounce smallie. So no trophy catches that first day. But we'll look at some of the pictures here. So that's Ted's son Theo, Ted, and myself with all the FishAngler gear on. And again, we'll be giving away a FishAngler swag bag here towards the end of this live. So some of my catches, we got largies out there too. We were in the pads a little bit if you look in the bottom of the corner of the picture. Ted with some bigger ones, and I'm not sure which ones were on topwater, which ones were on Senko.
I know that was a frog one there.
Frog fish right there, very nice. And I lost some good frog fish. The first frog fish I had was a really nice one, and my drag was set for catfishing. I had taken a catfishing rod with braid, and I switched it to a top water rod for bass. And it's just not having set rods for set things can hurt sometimes, but it just, obviously it takes time to compile a collection of a bunch of rods. I've only been fishing 3 years. So one day.
Hey, Paul, how are you, Paul? Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for helping me keep track of comments, because I'm just looking on a total another screen with this FishAngler thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying what's up to everybody.
Appreciate that. And then a nice pumpkin seed for me. Again, dinks on my end, but pretty dinks. And then Ted's going to have the slobs. And then we got a little perch there. I'm rocking the Cray shirt. Weather was pretty overcast, and beautiful pumpkin seeds out there in that lake. As you can see, had a good time just walking around the banks. Anytime that I didn't have much to do and Ted was doing stuff with his family, because he had his whole extended family there pretty much, I'd be just out pan fishing or doing something, usually fishing, just to kill time. And so I did find some little largemouth, around the banks and stuff, but nothing big from the bank. All the decent fish came from the boat. We got out in the evenings as well, caught some decent fish. Good mix of largies and smallmouth. We'd hit the different parts of the lake that held the different types of fish, and tried to rock the FishAngler swag as much as I could the whole time. So as you can see, we'd be out there until last light, and then we'd head back really quick. And we did do one fish fry, or I should say I did.
Yeah, you did.
Fry. I did I caught some perch, some crappie, bluegill, and pumpkin seed, and filleted it, fried it up. It's just like, maybe a dozen, maybe 15 little fish that I kept, and the kids were really liking it. So something I didn't try last year. I wanted to do a little fish fry. So and that's the highlights for that day. Let's see if I miss anything. Hi, Muddy, Paul, welcome in everybody. always check drag. Yeah, Ted, you can if you want to tell him the whole thing you go through with your kids or whatever. But Ted's got a whole checklist before he casts his rod that he was
Yeah.
telling Theo out there.
Yeah, I
And it was
just
like,
tell them you pull your line, make sure it's tight. Pull it first. You look at your rod tip, make sure your line's not around the rod tip. Click and fire.
it takes you what half a second maybe to do that, and it
Yeah, I just
prevents
grab.
you
What I do
from.
is I grab my line and I pull
Yep.
every time. Even sometimes even between casts, I'll do it and just pull it and make sure that it's set. Because I use that drag as a cushion, because I like to get a good hook set. So
Yep.
when I yank the fish, if I have that tight, I'm snapping the rod. Especially, I mean, a lot of people know I use the Palomar knot a lot, and the Palomar knot's a great knot, strong knot. But if you shock that knot, it will snap. On
Yep.
braid, it'll never snap. You could pull trees in, but when you're using fluorocarbon, if you have a little bit of slack line and you snap that, it shocks that knot and it'll snap that knot every once in a while. So that's why you'll see me reel down on a fish to get it tight, and then I yank. And then your drag, if I yank and it hits my shoulder, and then the cushion with the drag goes up above my head, that's how much drag it gives. So you could sort of have that.
You
little
don't want it to
cushion
be
behind
too tight. You definitely want that give, but then in the other aspect, you also don't want it to be too loose. And actually, with
Yes.
both the Senko and the frog out there fishing with Ted, before checking my drag, like you said, I should have checked it before casting. I had it too loose, and it cost me two really nice fish.
Yeah,
At
what you
least.
did, remember, you pulled it and you're like, that's tight. I'm like, all right, that's tight. Click it one more time.
Yep, yep.
You know,
And
so yeah.
so now when I came back to Missouri, now I'm fishing my Senkos with like two more clicks tighter
Yeah,
than
so
I
you're getting
was.
that cushion. You're setting a hook, getting that hook in the fish's mouth, but
Yep.
you're not oversetting it and snapping
And
the
if it's a
line.
big fish, I often immediately unclick a
Yeah,
drag
you can
right
do
after
that.
that hook set because you
Yep.
need that tight for the hook set, but you don't want it to run and
Yeah,
snap you off when you're
and it
using 8 pound line.
and it doesn't hurt every once in a while to change your hooks out. You're fishing with a hook. I know some people keep a hook on for 2 weeks, and they're fishing every weekend with the same hook. But cut that hook off and toss it and put another hook on it. I mean,
Yep.
just keep them sharp.
Luckily, I snag and break off enough that it keeps
You don't
my
have to
hooks
change your
updated.
hooks. Yeah.
But if you don't, yeah, take Ted's advice there. Dynamic Angler got his first follower on FishAngler. I looked to reach for my bell. I couldn't find my bell before this thing. Ding, ding, ding. But I'll follow you on there as well. What I do, Dynamic Angler, I know you're on Fishbrain. I usually post pretty much the same stuff on FishAngler as Fishbrain. Fishbrain has more. They have clickable links, and FishAngler doesn't yet.
Yep.
That's one of the differences. So I won't post as many links to like YouTube stuff and things like that on FishAngler. But as far as posting my catches, it's pretty much the same thing. So what I would recommend, use it however you want, but go on there and post your catches just like you do on Fishbrain, and you'll find it's actually pretty active if you're following people and posting. I was able to grow my first couple hundred. It slows down after a while. My first couple hundred followers, I got them way faster actually on FishAngler than on Fishbrain.
Yeah, once you get to like 1,000, it just stops. It goes a lot slower. But
Mm-hmm.
also what you can do on FishAngler, just a little tip, for everybody too. Like on like he was saying about FishAngler or Fishbrain, you can click the link and it'll go to your YouTube. FishAngler, you don't. So you sort of got to post it and put it like your Instagram, where you got to say your link is
Link
in your
in bio. Yep.
Because if you put that in your post, it just gives somebody, it just sort of directs them like a call of action, like go to your bio. Not saying that everybody goes to your bio because it don't happen that way, but at least you're telling them, hey, go to my bio, click my channel. My channel's in my bio.
Yeah,
So
and
sometimes
I'll say YouTube, or I'll put a colon, and I'll put SunfishKing. So
Yeah.
if they are more comfortable just going straight to YouTube and typing that in instead of going to the bio.
Yeah, I just
whatever.
wish FishAngler would just get the clickable links going, and that would be.
And they might be working on it.
They are.
We're talking with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being ambassadors, we actually have a direct connection to the people who make those changes. So we're actually missing out on a call right now, to have this giveaway. So.
Yeah.
That sounds like an amazing time. High and Muddy Fishing said between three of us Sunday they voted 20 red drum between 44 and almost 50 inches. This past weekend we won, I'll never forget. And I know anything over 40 people freak out about when it comes to red drum. And those fish,
Yeah,
I've never caught one. I've heard they fight like crazy. I've caught a black drum and I've caught some other ocean fish. In one trip I did in Texas, but never a red drum. But I know those ocean fish fight a lot.
They remind me of the bass of the ocean, the red drum.
Yep,
Like a small
that's
muzzle.
one way to do it, dynamic angler, or you can use them both for different things, however you want to do that. Another thing that you can do on FishAngler is when you're making a post as opposed to a catch, you can put. Well, I don't know about the catches, but with post you can put like as many pictures. I don't know if there's a limit, but I put like 30 pictures before
Yeah, when
on
you
one
do a
post.
catch, you can only do one or do multiple. Like it's weird,
Gotcha.
but you can share your catches with more of you. Like if you're in groups, you can share the groups all with one click of the button, as opposed to Fishbrain. You got to go into each group and share it. Or
Yeah.
Fish Angler, you can just check the box and share it all at one time, which
Lots of
makes that a
pros and
lot
cons,
easier.
but I do like that about FishAngler. That if you want to share a post on every bass group you're in, like if
Yeah.
I'm sharing a big bass, I'll go click the 3 bass groups that I'm in. Plus, I'll put it in like the monster fish group, and I'll put it in
Mm-hmm.
the kayak group because I caught it from the kayak. Just click
Yep.
those ones instead of Fishbrain. You have to go individually do it.
Yeah, and
So
you
there's
wanna
pros and cons.
and you sort of want to do that, and you want to sort of respect like the groups. I'm not saying like if I'm in a
I would,
like
yes.
a bluegill group, I'm not pushing smallmouth and largemouth if it's like pan fishing. Like if you're in a group that has pan fishing, you don't want to
Yeah.
be posting bass because it puts a sour taste in people's mouth. And
Yep.
they,
A lot of people
yeah,
do it, but I agree with Ted 100%. I recommend if there's so many people, like today, someone put a really nice 4 or 5 pound largemouth they caught, but they posted it in catfish anglers. And I'm
yeah.
like, dude, it's not a cat. It's not even a type of catfish at all.
No.
Like,
Now sometimes
just,
I'll make a mistake and just like click and it'll go in and I'll hear it from somebody. That ain't a carp or that ain't a panfish and I'm like, oops, sorry, But sometimes it happens. But I would recommend you stay with the group with their rules. What you can post and what you can't post, because then it'll get around that you're doing. You're not supposed to be doing that, and it just makes you look kind of bad, I guess. So just go follow the rules of the group and make sure you're posting what they ask you to post.
and it sounds like we're saying there's a lot of rules and stuff. These are just tips and advice we
Mm-hmm.
give to avoid, and a lot of it's from things we've learned. Like especially with Fish Angler, not as much, but when I first started posting things on Fishbrain, I would learn don't post every single 2-inch bluegill you catch. Every 5 seconds, people are going to unfollow you because they don't want their feed full of that.
Yep.
Things that me and Ted have said already. Don't post things to the wrong groups. Don't spam 30 posts in like 5 minutes. It's just things you learn as you go. And if
Yep.
any of this sounds confusing and you're like, hey, I've never been on a fishing social media app, me and Ted happy to answer any questions you guys have about FishAngler at all. I'd like to move on to Ted's version of the post for day 2, and we can keep
Sure.
talking about FishAngler as well, just to keep this going here. So we're gonna go ahead and present that screen. And Ted, if you see comments that I'm not addressing, feel
Yep.
free to comment on
Off the
them.
trailer racing said, "Dang man, Sunfish King, I missed a weekly Tuesday live feed. That's good old days."
Oh man, me too. I'm trying, and that's at the end of this, right after we do the giveaway, before we shut the live down. I'd like to kind of talk about what we've been up to, and then the announcements myself
Mm-hmm.
or off the hook have. And that's kind of I'll talk a little bit about what I've been up with and what my plan is going forward with the channel, including live stream videos, all that good stuff. If I could be going live consistently right now, I would be. Not saying that I won't be able to get something figured out going forward, but I'll kind of get into that whole situation here in a second. We're back to Ted's Fish Angler page where I'm looking for his. He made a few more posts than me that week, so I got to make sure it's his highlight post. Like he'd post Theo, his son, out there catching fish. I guess I could show that in case we don't have these ones in our highlight posts because it was like our collab. He didn't want to put like a bunch of pictures of the kids, but he made a separate post like right there. You've got Theo with a nice smallmouth, and you've got Ace with a really nice one, and then you see my hand in the picture. That was actually I think that was a 3 pounder that he
Yeah,
caught on the Senko
was
right in
that
the
on
middle
a?
of the
That
weeds
wasn't
there.
a live, was it?
No, I don't think it was a lot. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because I think I was telling people in the live later, hey, Ace,
Yeah.
landed this 3 pounder by himself, bigger than any
Mm-hmm.
fish I landed all trip. So congrats to him. That's really awesome. I think those are the 2 pictures you got. Nope, there's another picture of Ace with another smaller, and then Theo with a really nice smallie right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, the kids did awesome. The kids did
Yeah,
really awesome the whole time.
they always do good out there.
Yep, they got it figured out. And they might be a lot younger than me, but in Theo's case, he's been fishing more years than me if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it. So he knows what he's doing out there, and he has a really good teacher too. So
Thanks, I appreciate that.
yep. The whole time we're out there, Ted's
Oh, I'm
giving
on them.
not just
I'm
me,
on
but
them all.
also Ted giving him
I'm
advice,
on them
giving
pretty
him
much.
tips.
Sometimes I'm on them too much, but I try to stay on them.
But yeah, you see them making the same mistake over and over. We can just give them a quick tip. You know, you got to say something. You got to help them out. So I get it. And the
Hey,
more I fish
Ted.
with people who know what they're doing, the more I learn that stuff. Because I go out and fish by myself, and you know, I might learn a thing or two just by trial and error. But it's good to have someone with a lot more experience under their belt, like Ted from Off the Hook, to say, "Hey, tighten your drag up a little bit," or "Hey, do this," "Hey, try that." That stuff always helps. So here, this is day 2, another day into the Off the Hook Outdoors and SunfishKing Fish Angler Competition. Here are the highlight pictures. So you've already seen that one. You got Ted with some nice smallie right there. I think that might be early in the morning. It looks like by the light. There's a really nice largemouth he's got there. Another nice largemouth. As you can see by the different light conditions, we're out there all day just hammering them. We're out there in the morning. We're out there at the last light. We're doing what we can to find the fish. And Ted, he had a really good week, man. He found nice fish the entire time. Logged a couple for his tournament too, his Shane Flint tournament.
Yes, I did.
Doing online. So nice variety too. That's how you know the population's good. You got the big ones, you got the little ones, a good mix in there.
Got those little ones there.
Yep. So that was day 2. What up, Rocco? I fish with no one these days, it seems like. And the boys, they don't know Jack. That's funny. Yeah, the more I fish by myself, I do learn some things, and the experience is always great. There's no better way to learn than experience. But every once in a while, it really helps to fish with someone who knows a few more things than I do to say, hey, you're doing great, but why don't you tweak this? Why don't you try this? And then when I'm by myself, those advice that I heard from other people, I can put that into action and try it.
Yeah. Nephew Austin's in here. Danny Stone's in here.
Nephew Austin, Danny Stone, welcome. You got some awesome people. What's up, Kelly? Bullock Experience. We're going into day 3 right now. We're just going over a recap of our collab, and then we're gonna do a giveaway, Fish Angler swag bag giveaway. Make sure you're here present in the live to have a chance to win that giveaway. We're doing United States only for this one for shipping purposes. Thanks for understanding. And now we're looking at the Fish Angler app right now. And again, if you're interested in this app, it's half fishing social media, half like fishing forecast app. And all the information and also a download link is in the description below. If you're interested, please use that download link. It helps out myself and lets Fish Angler know that I sent you over there. So I'm actually going to stop this screen, and I'm just hopping back and forth between Ted's Fish Angler page and my Fish Angler page.
What are we on, day 3 now?
Yeah, we're starting day 3 out of 5. There were 4 days and then a morning of day 5. So this is like our second to last full day out there. So am I sharing the screen? I am. I always have to make sure. It's like when with the GoPro, you hook a big fish. Am I recording? There's so much when I go back and edit of me taking the GoPro off my hat going, am I recording right now? Because how many times have you cut a nice fish and be like, dang it, I forgot to record. So day 3, fishing in Pennsylvania with Off the Hook Outdoors was another good one. Every day was good out there, despite some bad weather. We dealt with some crappy weather, but we're still able to land some good ones. Ted landed a 4-pound, 14-ounce smallmouth that day. I'm sure you'll see a picture of that soon. It went over 21 inches. And it was actually too big for him to enter for his tournament because of the rules of the tournament, which I thought was funny. I caught a few nice smallies, a baby largemouth, and a ton of panfish that day. And then I like to catch new species. I'm a multi-species guy. I caught my first ever golden shiner that I've ever caught. I caught 2 of them. And I also got my first rock bass of the trip. We do have rock bass here in Missouri, but they're down near Springfield and even farther, like southeast of that. So I actually have to travel a few hours for rock bass now that I'm up here near Kansas City. So I loved being able to get on those as well. Let's see. And then I was just talking about how tomorrow was my last full day and it was going to storm. And I didn't know whether I was even going to fish or if I was going to leave early if it was just going to storm all day. So we thought that might be my last day out there. And as you'll see, it wasn't, but we were worried about that. So
ain't this the night is this the night you caught your eye also? The night before your last night?
No, I wasn't.
Was that
this
in the
night.
live?
No, it was my last night out there, and it was in the live. Yeah. It was in the live on your channel.
Yeah.
And it was walleye. So yeah, I didn't put it on this day yet. So I guess I caught it the next day.
I didn't know if it was the same day, and I'm sorry to I didn't mean to.
Spoiled it all. No, but we'll tell you when we get to that one why that was a unique catch or whatever, at least for that area. So here's the pictures. Nice smallmouth, more nice smallmouth. Freaking, there's the 414 that Ted caught. As you can see, that's a freaking monster. And
it was
really pretty.
It was a pretty
really
fish,
nice.
too.
I love those those tiger stripes on them. So that was a great one. Um, Again, I think I might have done it on purpose. I always put me with a 5-inch fish after Ted's monster.
Well, it makes
Every
me look
time.
good, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah, it really does. And there's the golden shiner I was talking about. I'd never caught one of those before. I don't know if they even have them in Missouri in my area. I really don't think so. And classic bluegills, just showing off the fish angler merch and the cast Cray merch. Got kind of sweaty out there. Got hot. Got humid with the rain.
Hey, King, the dynamic angler asked you if you were having another tournament soon.
Rock bass. I am. I have an announcement about that at the end. I'll actually talk about that here in 1 second at the end of this post before I show Ted's. More really nice pumpkin seeds. Fished all the way into the night. Caught a bass that's probably 11 o'clock at night. Caught a bass out there. I was bored. That's the first post again. So let me bring it back to just us. So I've been mentioning sometime in July. It's going to start sometime in July. I might even push it back to like the very beginning of August, but I won't push it back much further than that at all. We've got coming up, and I was going to start it sooner, but some things didn't go the way I thought they would. So I'm just kind of rolling with the punches here, but we're still doing it. It's called What's in the Bag Tournament, or What's in the Bag Fishing League, however you want to look at it. Kind of a mini version of the multi-species league that we did over the winter with the multi-species madness winter fishing league. It's going to be a 5-week fishing league tournament thing, and you fish the whole time. All you have to do is send in pictures. I'll give you a code beforehand that you have to have your code in the pictures to make sure that they're not old pictures or anything like that, and make sure that you actually caught them. And it's going to be a multi-species tournament. I will go into rules and stuff when I put the announcement out. I don't want to get into all that tonight and take away from what we're doing tonight, but the rules are going to be slightly different than the last one. It's going to be a lot of fun. And basically what you're competing for in that league is you're competing to try to finish in one of the top positions. I'm going to figure out exactly whether it's going to be like top 8 or top 5 or whatever, probably top 8. And then we're going to do a live just like we did in the last one. It's going to be a championship. The winner of that will get the tackle bag, the what's in the bag, what's in the tackle bag, and it is chock full. I mean, I can barely zip it. You get the whole tackle bag. It's a nice new Ozark Trail tackle bag, and it is just full of baits, stickers, merch, all types of awesome stuff. And then we'll be giving away like some T-shirts and stickers and small stuff too. But basically, everyone's competing for this bag that you don't even know what's in it, but you basically do know what's in it. It's a bunch of awesome stuff. So, but I tweaked the rules a little bit to keep it interesting in this next one, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. So it's a multi-species thing. I kind of made it so everyone can participate in the original like 5 weeks, but you will have to be able to go live if you're one of the people that places like top 8 if you do want to compete for the bag. So that way it kind of gives something for everybody. But we'll talk about that more at the end. The Cray Sweet Tea's been coming in clutch. Yeah. That's a good color. I like the paddle tails and Sweet Tea.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Why?
The Oscar had one of the fishes in its mouth.
Did it? My son I just went to the pet store and bought him 2 Oscars to put in our tank. And then we bought some rosy red minnows, and I guess the one Oscar ate one of them.
Oh. Says.
Well, that's good. They're hungry now, so that's good. They're getting that. We made them acclimated to put them in the bag and left them in there for a half hour, and then we let them out. And there's a couple crayfish in there with some rosy reds now, so they're gonna probably tear them up.
Yeah, I got a native tank with some fish in it. It's got a huge sunfish in it. Rocco asked you a question, then we're gonna get to your version of the day 3.
Paddle tails you sent me. What color chatter would you put that in? Cool color water. I would use that if they're blue paddle tails. You could put that on a black chatterbait, or even a black and blue. You can do chartreuse and blue, and I would use that in stained water for sure. If it's the light blue ones, yeah, if it's the light blue ones, I would probably use it in more clear water. But the darker blue, I would use in darker water, stained water, and stuff like that. Not to put it with I like the chartreuse and blue, believe it or not. I like it. I think it's a good combo, contrasting color to use. So, hey, Dan.
What's up, Dan? Danimal and Turtle Lady, the Noodler. Welcome in. Welcome in. So here's Ted's version. Here's Ted's fish angler post. Sorry. Again, I haven't been live in a while. I'm not used to talking this much. So my throat's trying to keep up. Ted says, so the weather turned on us, but not before. This is day 3, but not before I put my biggest of the week so far on the boat, a 21-inch, 4-pound, 14-ounce smallmouth, and a nice largemouth that was 3 pounds. Make sure you check out the info. And again, he just talks about like it up, try to get more likes. He didn't because I won. Boom.
Yeah,
But we both got a ton of likes on it, so I do appreciate the engagement from everybody. It was a friendly competition. And he got the bigger fish, which I think was more important to him. So let's see. Again, monster smallie, nice largemouth, and that's the 2 highlights he put for the day. That's really like those were his big fish for the day. Almost 5-pound smallie right there. You saw the picture of it on my post as well, and then that's the 3-pound largemouth right there. Which again, even that his fish right there was bigger than any fish that I landed the whole week. My biggest the whole week was like 2.5 or something. So we're going to show the final day, and then the final full day, which is day 4, and then there was a final morning that we fished. And I actually went and did some stuff in Ohio that I added to my final post.
All right, Anyfin, have a good night, bud. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you.
Later, bud. Okay. So we're showing the FishAngler pages right now. If you don't have FishAngler, again, all the information and the download link is in the description. And they're the ones sponsoring. So special thanks to FishAngler. They're the ones sponsoring this giveaway tonight. So I got to go back. And I'm showing the right screen. I am, but I need to go to the right post. So right here we go. As you can tell, a little better one right there. And that was a topwater bass. That was a nice one. That was my biggest fish, the biggest fish that I landed the entire week.
There was rain, of course. You have the rain jacket.
Yeah, the weather sucked 2 days in a row. This is the day that we didn't know if I would even stay. I thought I was going to get up and just leave. I thought it called for just storms all day. Weather, day 4 and the final full day of fishing in Pennsylvania with All Click Outdoors was great. Weatherman called for thunderstorms all day. I said he was only about 40% right, so I guess it stormed for about 40% of the day, is what I meant there. We got plenty of fishing in after waiting out the rain for a bit. Oh, where to begin? So, yeah, a lot happened this day. This was a great day. Included
Bad
so many
weather,
great
but good fishing day.
Yes. Terrible weather. Ted caught an almost double-digit bowfin on topwater. You'll definitely see pictures of that. Insane catch. I was there to witness it. I almost screwed up netting it. It was crazy. Ted was going to throw me in the water if I didn't net that thing. I caught the largest bass of the trip so far. Yeah, that was the biggest fish that was in the boat of the trip. Biggest bass of the trip so far. Ted was catching just more and more keepers for his online bass tournament, just tearing it up. And then I had an absolute multi-species buffet, and I added 3 more new species to the list of species that I caught. And then we ended the night with an awesome live stream. In that live stream from the boat, 6 species of fish were caught between the 2 of us. So this was an awesome trip, but that was my last day before I head out to Missouri. And I was telling everyone in the boats, if the weather allows, we're going to go out one more time in the boat the next day, try for a few more nice fish. So now after day 4, I have now caught smallmouth bass, yellow perch, bluegill, pumpkin seed, largemouth bass, golden shiner, rock bass, hybrid sunfish, walleye, and black crappie. So that's 10 species I caught out of that lake in 4 days, which is pretty awesome. And then my biggest fish landed was 2 pound 7, so right there at 2.5 pound largemouth bass. That's this one you see right there. Obviously, finally got my drag and my technique dialed in for the frog. It's funny because besides a couple blow-ups, that bass and Ted's bowfin, the topwater bite was not really on that day. It was just like on the verge of being on. It's hard to explain. I got that one, and I missed a nice one. And then Ted had a couple blow-ups, and then he had, I think, a bass and a bow. I don't know. Did you have a topwater bass?
I don't know. I think I might have caught a bass, or maybe it was just a bowfin in that morning.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, because he was still on the white, and the bowfin's the only thing that hit that white topwater. But anyway, let's get to the highlight pictures here. Again, rocking the FishAngler merch. And so there's my nicest bass. Another picture of probably the same one. More little rock bass. Those things are beautiful. Little baby smallies. That was a hybrid bluegill pumpkin seed. The first hybrid I caught out there. Really nice colors on it. Obviously, with how overcast and rainy it was, the colors aren't popping, but it was a nice fish. Tons of dinks out there for me. I remember there was a period out there where we couldn't get anything to bite except for like 8-inch bass on Senkos, man. It was tough.
That happened to me my last video. I ended up getting one nice one, but I was catching dinks all morning. In my
We were
other
talking
video.
about what we think the reason being why, at least this time, was that the weather had gotten real bad and rained and stuff, and so the first fish needing to feed after the weather had been bad were the small ones that didn't have the luxury of their last meal being, a big giant thing and having a slower metabolism and all that. So that could have been it, or we could just be grabbing at straws, but I think that probably has something to do with it.
Yep. Yeah, we were getting technical.
More little ones for me. And then there is Ted's, I think it was like 9.85, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Just under 10-pound bowfin. And that thing, I mean, it simultaneously exploded out of the water and also inhaled like a gallon of water and the frog at the same time.
Yeah,
so
it made
just
took
weird
off like a
popping,
sailfish.
sucking. Yeah. And I went, I don't know what that is. It hit, and at first I thought it was a giant bass, and then maybe a muskie, and then, okay, bowfin. So we're like, I don't even know what this thing is.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have 65-pound braid, man, I'm sure it would have fought for a while.
Oh, yeah, I got it in
Imagine
pretty quick.
hooking up with that on like 12-pound fluoro or something.
Well, that's the problem too. I got it in so quick; it was still green at the boat. That's why you're having trouble netting it, because that thing was fired up.
Yeah, we didn't play it at all. It didn't lose any of its strength or angriness, and we got to the boat and it was just trying to kill it. It broke your scale.
Yeah, it bit it in half.
Bit the scale right in half.
Well, it didn't really do that, guys, but I ended up snapping it, but I said it bit it and broke it.
He snapped the scale. He looked at me. He goes, he bit it in half. And I was like, I don't know if I want to be touching that thing. They do have teeth, though. You do got to watch out.
I have a short with the catch, though. If you guys want to check it out, I have a short video on my channel. Go check it out with we were saying some stuff on the short. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a good one. Then there's a really nice picture. Ted making the same face as the bowfin right there. I love it. We caught it right there in that. I don't know if it's duckweed, but that's what we were calling it. That not the pads, not the big leaves, but that kind of real soupy stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we were calling it duckweed either, but anyway.
Let's see. And then we got little fish, more little guys. And there's the wally. So Ted said that he hasn't seen a walleye from that lake in how long?
Wow. I mean, I've been fishing it for so long. I've never had anybody catch a walleye on my boat. I know there's people that fish for them, and that previous week there were kids fishing the spillway, and they were caught some walleye out of the spillway around the rocks. That's the only walleye I've seen out of my boat in that lake ever.
And that was during the live, so Ted was saying that during the live. I pulled that up. I was like, oh, it's a walleye. And he's like, I hadn't, haven't seen a walleye on my boat.
I would have never expected you to pull a walleye out of there.
Yeah.
And they were in there, and people fish for them, and they troll for them and stuff, but I've never heard or seen anybody catch one.
And that was me dropping live night crawlers down straight under the boat. All right.
Yeah, we were in 10 or 12 foot of water, I think.
Yeah, right around 10 feet of water.
Yeah.
There's the wally. Not a bad one, not a monster, but a decent little one. And then just more. And then I caught a crappie on a worm, which is pretty interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah, you usually don't. I don't fish for them that much, but I guess you said that usually crappie don't hit worms.
They don't hit worms, and I don't know if they're spawning and hitting everything. You might be able to catch some on worms, but it's still not the go-to bait. I mean, I very rarely have caught crappie on worms. I don't know. They must just not like the taste or something about them, because they just won't hit them like bluegills will. And there's the sunset. That should be the last picture. Nope, never mind. Ted, the sun already went down. Ted's still pulling big smallies out there. That's awesome. I love it. Rocking the Off the Hook Outdoors merch, and I got a good sunset picture right there. I think that was right at the end of our live, right after our live.
That was a good one.
So that live's on Ted's channel if you want to go back and watch any of that. We did one on my channel, and we did two on his channel, one on my channel, tried to do another one on his channel, but the weather was bad, and so I don't think we caught much. So
I ended up leaving my mics out there all night too on the boat, and I was nervous about the mics, but thank God I had another case around them, because they were soaked, and I was like, man, I lost my mics, but I plugged them in, charged them up, and they work fine, so that's a good thing.
It depends so much on time of day, Rocco, where the walleye are. Like, they might be during midday, they might be holding a 15, 20, like you're saying.
And I think you caught that. You caught that in the evening, towards the evening, it was starting to get low light. Plus, it was
And
an
that's when
overcast day.
a lot of times they actually will come up shallower in the evening. A lot of people will catch walleye in the evening or early morning in shallower water. And I've caught them in the evening or in the morning in shallow water. I've also caught them in like 30 feet deep in midday. So
and that was the right spot. That was the right spot to catch them in the evening because it's a shallow, like a shale bed, like a shell bed or gravel bed there. So they were probably coming up there or just hanging off of the edge. The deep drop, with going in from, it goes from like 2 foot all the way up to 14 foot. We were right at the 10 foot, 12 foot area, and he was dropping straight down. So that's a little bit of a dip right there going into that flat. So they were probably there staging up and getting ready to feed in the shallows that evening.
So this will be day 5 then. This will be the final day. We just fished together in the morning, and then I actually went and did some stuff in Ohio later on, which is in my highlight post as well. Let's see. Day 5, final day of fishing in Pennsylvania with Off Lake Outdoors. We fished a few hours this morning on the boat, but the bite was slow. And it was, man. We went out there, and we really tried for one last time, but it was real slow. Ted was able to land 4 largemouth bass and a rock bass that ate a 5-inch Senko, and it was about a 5-inch rock bass. I think one of us has a video of that on their channel. It might be mine. I don't know. I think I put it on my channel as a short.
Yeah,
I caught a half.
I couldn't tell how many, like, what fish was what day. I mean, I don't even know. There were so many, like,
Yeah, we caught so many fish, it just all blurred together. If we didn't make these posts, I would have been able to tell you what was what day.
Yeah.
I caught a half dozen bluegill, a few nice pumpkin seeds, and a couple decent perch. I also had a short multi-species session, so that was all from the boat. So I went out there with the worms and with the Senkos, and I guess I didn't land anything on the Senkos and missed a couple small bass, and that was it. But I was catching a few things on the night crawlers, and then I had a short multi-species session, SunfishKing style, on ultralight from the bank right before I left. Went out maybe 25, 30 minutes. And I caught a bunch of chunky bluegills and a rock bass, so sent myself off right. I wanted to at least get some numbers the last day. And then I'll say it now, just like I said it in this post. Again, thank you, Ted, from Off the Hook, for being an excellent host and fishing guide, giving me all those awesome tips and stuff. Really appreciate that.
No problem.
And congrats again, dude. Congrats for putting all those awesome fish in the boat all week. It was a spectacle to see, man. Just landing 3-pounder, 4-pounder, 5-pounder, one after another on the Senko, on the frog, on different stuff. So that was really awesome to see.
Yep.
And then I said I'll be back next year for an annual collab, unless something prevents that from happening. That would be awesome. And hopefully SunfishKing can join us next time because she always shows me how to catch the big fish, no matter where we go.
Yep.
So I wasn't happy ending the trip without catching a single smallmouth on my final day. That's a lot of the reason why I went out there is for smallies. So I went and stopped in Ohio on the way back at the Cray Outdoor Store. I have a 10% off link and a store link and all that stuff, a code, all that good stuff in my description for Cray Outdoors. They're a bait and tackle store in Ohio, but they've also got an online store. So check them out. Use my discount code. They've also got sales going on all the time, and they do have a YouTube channel, which I have linked in the description as well. But I went and stopped by the Cray Outdoor Store in Sebring, Ohio on my way home, picked up some baits, and filmed a shop tour. I'm going to be uploading that really soon here on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. And then I hit up a river nearby there, and I caught a few decent, chunky smallmouth that fought really hard on ultralight. I was pretty surprised because it's a pretty big moving river, and so I'm catching these 1 pound, 1.25 pound smallmouth, maybe 1.5 pounds at the most, and they were really just fighting hard for their size. And I was catching on ultralight on the Cray gold bling paddle tails with Cray chartreuse 1/16 ounce jig heads is what I was using out there. But what a great stop. It was a lot of fun. And again, just make sure to go to the website, check out their stuff. They do have hunting stuff as well. It's like a full-on outdoor store. And they keep adding more stuff. They're getting a carp lineup and a trout lineup coming soon. So no matter what you fish for, hunt for, Cray's got something. And I got a 10% code if you're interested. Just giving the stats there. My biggest fish of the whole trip was 2.5 pound largemouth, and I caught 10 species total. And here are the highlights. That's the thumbnail for this live right now. Me and Ted chilling on the boat the final day. Me catching perch while Ted's focusing on the bigger fish in the front. And you can tell by our jackets, it's kind of chilly. Got bad weather out there with the rain and everything. But I was just hammering perch and perch and pumpkin seeds from the boat. Just little dinks that day. Got a nice rock bass from the bank. Got some chunky bluegills from the bank, which was fun. I don't know. There's a picture there of something. Oh, that's a video. We'll just go past. That's on my channel. You can check that out if you want. That's just a video saying, like, thanks for watching. Go like the post and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can post videos on FishAngler as well. I guess that's a good thing to mention.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's pictures of the Cray store. It's still in progress. This whole part that you see here is going to get converted to their ice cave for just ice baits. And then the whole building next door to the right is going to be converted to their main store entrance. So it's just temporary right now. It's going to be pretty huge and pretty sweet when it's done. This was the river, the main river that I went and stopped by in Ohio. I can't remember what it's called. It had a really long, crazy name. It started with a T, I think, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that was the bait setup. I was using a Cray 2-inch paddle tails in a gold bling color, and then the Cray 1/16-ounce chartreuse jig heads.
Boom! You just got a boomer.
Got a boomer?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom! I don't have the bell. I feel bad. $49.99 super sticker from the last cast with Tiktaalik. If we have a moderator in here, I'll do it if nobody else can. But if somebody could help share the link for last cast with Tiktaalik, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Dude, she is awesome. Not only is she a great supporter, and she's been growing with the Sunfish Squad for a while.
She's got a great channel going too now.
Yes.
Her channel's awesome.
Yeah, and she's been doing really well lately as far as her views just growing on YouTube. So her videos have been getting several thousand views on most of them the last few videos, and I would love to get a little more consistent with views on my long form videos. So I just congrats to her for the success on that. So go check out the awesome content. And also just she's a great supporter of the Sunfish Squad. So definitely show her some love too, because she definitely deserves it. So thank you so much for that huge boom, boom, boom from the last cast with Tiktaalik. We appreciate you.
Rocco shared her out.
Thank you, Rocco. That's another good dude right there. And me and him have done 2 collabs. I need to upload the footage from that, and I'm sure me and him will collab again in the future because I have a season pass to go snowboard in Colorado, and when I'm out there, I'm only like 50-something miles from where Rocco is. So we got to get together and do some fishing. Ice fishing, open water fishing, something. David Williams said, overall, it looks like you guys had a great time and some very nice fish were caught. Great to hear. But thanks again, last cast with Tiktaalik.
Yep.
We really appreciate that. So I feel like I skipped over these smallies kind of quick, probably because I got that boom boom. But yeah, nothing big, but just a lot of fun. Several smallmouth out there. That one was really nice, dark one, just different colors on them was nice. That one I remember he wasn't very long, but his belly was just like round, like it just swallowed something it shouldn't. It was just a circle.
Little football.
Yeah, a little football. It really was. And that one fought. I thought I had a good one on with that one, just the way he fought. So, but yeah. Nice looking baits, and they worked really well. They're getting smacked out there a lot. That was a decent chunky one right there. Not bad. Yeah. So just a handful of little guys. That's what the baits look like. And we got pictures of Ted's bass. Just snuck those in the end. And so he looks a little less amused with this little one, but he finally found a good one. I think, was that one on the frog? Right down in that corner in this one bait, or was that on the same?
The last day, yeah, it was a frog bite. I had a couple on the frog, yep.
Nice. Right on. Well, that's my final post of this whole thing. We'll look at Ted's final post of this whole thing, and then very shortly it's going to be giveaway time, and then just some final comments and announcements and stuff like that, unless there's anything I forgot that we need to get to. I can't think of anything.
No, I think just, we're going through the highlights of everything, and then we're going to do some updates on our channel, what's going to happen on our channel coming up here, and then we'll get to the giveaway. And if we have any last-minute questions or anything, we'll answer them, or if anybody has any questions or anything like that, we can get to that too.
Hey, Rocco, you're going to hate me, but I'm not out there just giving the spot away to everybody, but Backyard Boy TV was coming through, and now I'm glad I did tell him that spot because he did a collab with me, and I think he lost all the footage. I think he had SD card issues. It really stinks.
Really?
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this collab for a long time. I mean, he's a good kid, and I've been following his channel for a while. And
he makes great videos. He puts a lot into his videos.
Yeah, he has a lot of passion for it too. So I was looking forward to that. I think he lost the footage, but what I was going to say was, I told him about that creek, Rocco, and he stopped there. And so I'm not sure if he's uploaded the video yet. And actually, I think he might have lost, now that I mention it, I think he might have lost that footage too, so there may not be a video. So I might not have even needed to say this out loud. But he stopped by that creek, and he said he just hammered the browns and rainbows right there for a little bit. So I'm out there telling people about your spot, man. Hit the blue today with your fly rod. Did you get anything? I know there's some big ones out there, dude. Hey, where's the spot? It's in Colorado if you want to drive out there. I'll tell anybody. No, I'm just joking. I don't like telling everybody about because that spot's awesome. You can go out there and you know, you think that there'd be more people, but you're pretty much out alone. So that's how some of those creeks are out in the mountains, and I love it. But anyway, we got a giveaway coming up soon. We're gonna look at Ted's final post here from day 5, and then we're gonna get to the giveaway and then make some announcements, talk about what I've been up to, and let Ted do the same. Here we go. Okay, and then I got to figure out which one is his 5th one. Nope. Is it after or before?
It might be the one with the camo on. Keep going down, I think. I don't know. Maybe there. To the right, that one. I don't know.
It is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this morning was the last day for SunfishKing and I to fish, and our little competition has ended. So go over to his profile, check out the highlights, blah, 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 blah. We were saying go like each other's posts, all that good stuff. And I won by a few likes, so that's why this is on my channel. But there's his bigger bass. So, yes, it was definitely on the frog. That answers that question. In case you're wondering what frog he was using, that's one of the ones he has tied on a lot of the time. And then there's the little bit smaller one. Those are probably those are the highlights for the day. It wasn't a lot that morning. So those were our posts. Definitely go follow us on FishAngler. If you're not, we'll follow back and check out your content, all that good stuff. And if you have any FishAngler questions about the app, about the app or anything, please ask me. I don't want to just speak for Ted and say ask him, but I'm sure he'd be happy to answer your questions as well.
Without a doubt.
Email me or ask in the live, and I'd be happy to help with all that stuff. Not that I'm an expert on the app, but I've been using it for a couple years, and as an ambassador, I do have access to people that I can ask if I don't know the answer to those questions. So, I hate the blue with my fly rod. It makes me something I can't land one on fly. I know there's fish there. I see all of them. Well, dude, with the those little plastics we were using, we definitely got some decent ones. You got a really decent one. You might have to go back and fish those. Just put the little put those little crawls on your fly rod and just fish that. Just tell people you landed them on a fly.
I know a lot of people that do that, fish soft plastics with fly rods.
Oh, I lost my light. Hold on a second. It just went black in here. And we're gonna do the giveaway really shortly, guys. As soon as I get this light figured out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Theo to pick I'm gonna do a pick a number thing, so I'll get Theo to pick it.
Okay. Right on. 1 second. I don't know what happened.
Hey Theo. You want to pick the number for the giveaway? Sure.
Well, let's hope we can keep our light on here.
I'm going to need you to grab a piece of paper and pencil. And hold on, because I don't know exactly how many numbers we're picking from yet. So.
Okay, so... Do you want to do the giveaway?
You want to do it now and then do the updates and stuff, or do you want to do? I think we should do the giveaway now and then do the updates, or do you want to do the updates first? So people have to stay in to get the
I want to say we will definitely do the giveaway, and then we'll finish with me just talking about updates, you talking about updates and announcements for the channel, all that good stuff. And
right.
one more time telling everyone to go download FishAngler. But right before we do the giveaway. I do want to say a final thank you to FishAngler for doing this giveaway and for donating the merch, the swag bag that we're giving away.
Yeah, FishAngler's awesome.
Yes, and I've worked. Me and Ted both worked with Fishbrain also before FishAngler, and I know at least I can say that I enjoy a little bit more responsiveness with working with the FishAngler people. You can get an answer like right away from just messaging someone with any question you have, and I think it's been great. So
yeah, I still use Fishbrain, but FishAngler's definitely more active. And
I have 3,000 followers on Fishbrain and only 850 on FishAngler, but I still use them both all the time.
Yeah.
So, trying to replace that clapper. Let's see. I don't know what the heck. Turn it off. Anyway, right before we. Oh yeah. Special guest from Off the Hook Outdoors. What's up? We were showing some of your catches to the people of the chat.
Here, you want to put this on?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you're gonna pick a number whenever we figure it out. Okay.
There's
So
two
stay
Theos on the
close.
screen.
Stay close.
Yep, we're gonna do the giveaway right before that. Anyway, I did want to say thank you to FishAngler, and I want to quickly say thank you to the other sponsors and partnerships that I do have with my channel. So I want to say thanks to Cray Outdoors. That was the shop that I went and stopped by during the trip. There is a link to the store and a 10% off code, and also a link to their YouTube. They've got pretty much all major social medias. So definitely check out Cray Outdoors and get yourself a discount. And I'm always giving away Cray stuff as well for an opportunity to try it out. Make sure you're in my giveaways. I want to give a special shout out to the Bass Finder. They do kind of like mystery tackle boxes, like monthly boxes with mystery baits. But what makes them different, number one, they're the cheapest that I found for the money, and number two, you do a survey and you put a lot of information about like where do you fish and what are the waters like where you fish, what baits do you like. That way you're not getting a ton of stuff that you're not going to use. And then I also want to say thank you to Bad Bass Apparel for sponsoring the channel as well. They make some fishing apparel and some awesome like hats and shirts and stuff. And I always get good comments when I'm wearing that stuff in videos. And last but not least, I want to thank Creeker Custom Rods. They do professional custom rod builds. Pretty much any way you want a rod, whatever blanks you want, they'll make them exactly how you want them. And the dude will call you every single day and make sure he makes them exactly to your spec. So I'm getting one made right now. Can't wait to show it off on the channel. I've got a link there and a 10% off code and a YouTube channel link there as well. So thanks to all my sponsors. All my social media links and stuff are in the description, and my merch link. And one final thank you to FishAngler for sponsoring this giveaway. Do you have anything you need to say, Ted, before we get to the giveaway?
Yeah, I'll do some thank yous too. I'd like to thank Yolatech. I'm a new member of Yolatech Team. They do all the they have the Yolatech stick and the batteries and stuff like that to keep your GoPro going all day. So I'd like to thank Christian and Yolatech, Team Yolatech there, for accepting me onto the team. Fishaholic right here on my hat. I'd like to thank Gordy for that. He hooks me up with some great gear. I go over and buy. I'm not sponsored by Fishaholic in any way. They just take care of me. I wear all their stuff on my videos and things like that. I'd like to thank Angler Tungsten for sponsoring me. I'm on their field staff team. Windsend is a hunting channel that they, or a hunting company with Sense. So they I'm on their field staff team, or pro staff team I should say. So that's coming up soon. I'm going to be hunting. My fishing is going to be over in August, which every year it does. I end it in August, and I start getting ready for hunting season. So keep an eye out for hunting content from my channel. But I still make my own baits and ice fishing and all that coming up. So I got a bunch of ice fishing baits that you can buy off me. You can go to offthehookoutdoors.us to my website. I'd also like to thank FishAngler for sponsoring this video and taking care of me. They're really great company. You can go in there, learn a lot of stuff from other people, meet people, bring people over to your channel from them. So thank you, FishAngler, for that. And just keep checking us out and sharing our videos and watching. I do upload videos every Wednesday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern. So if you ever want to see my content, come over. I usually premiere video every Wednesday at 7. So check out the baits, check out the videos, share us out. I got one coming up this Wednesday. It's an actual product review from Saker. It's a mini chainsaw. I'm doing that this Wednesday. It's really good product, so check them out also. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, King, for having me on your live as a loser of the contest. But yeah, it's all in fun. So I enjoyed fishing with you. Thanks for coming up. We'll get on them again, and I just enjoy fishing, with the kids and with everybody and getting them up there. So, yeah, thanks everybody for who subscribed to me. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe, hit the notifications, and share me out, share King out. We appreciate that. I do this to get feedback from you guys, and I enjoy it, and I bring my family along with me for the ride. So, thank you all for being in here tonight. And that's it.
Thanks to the chat as well. I appreciate you guys being in here. It is giveaway time, everybody. Ted, he's going to do the pick a number. What do you want to do? Pick a number between what? How do you want to do
It's your live. You tell me whatever number you want, and I'll have Theo pick a number. I'll have him pick a number, whatever you want to do. We got how many we have in here? We have 16 people in here right now.
So do not start picking numbers, everybody. Let's talk
yet.
about the rules. None of your numbers are going to count until I've typed the word "go" in the chat. So it does not matter yet. So just wait and listen to the rules before you go and do it wrong.
One number.
Here are the rules. Yes, here are the rules. Okay. We're going to do between 1 and 100. Is that fine with you?
It's fine with me. 1 and 100.
Okay.
Not yet.
Pick a number between 1 and 100, everybody. When we say "go" in the chat, you will type it. You will type in one number and one number only. If you put more than one, we're just not going to count. We're just going to go with your first number, but do not put more than one. If you start spamming, we're just going to have to disqualify you.
Yeah.
So put one number between 1 and 100 in the chat when I say "go," and then I'm going to type "go" here in a second, and you can type your number. When we type "stop," it's over. You cannot pick any more numbers. Did I cover all the rules and everything?
Yep. Pork chop. Now the rules. You're going to be closest without going over. Is that what you said?
Closest. I did not say that. That's a good point. Closest to the number that Theo has written down that he will show after we're done here, after I type stop, without going over. So let's say that he's picked 68, for example. If you put 67, that's the closest without going over, unless someone picks 68. But if you put 69, you're not going to win because you went over.
Yeah, and pork chops in here, and Native Wildman just came in. So
appreciate you guys coming in. I'll go over really quick one more time. I'm about to type "go" in the chat. When I type "go," what you're going to do, you're going to pick a number between 1 and 100, one number only, and you're going to type that in the chat. Then I'm going to type in "stop." The numbers will stop at that point. We will see what number Theo picked, and whoever is closest without going over wins the FishAngler swag bag, United States only. If there's any questions, let me know. And I just put "go" in the chat, so go ahead with your numbers. You have until I type "stop." I'm going to give it a couple minutes.
Yep.
We got numbers coming in. There are 15 people in here. Let's see.
Okay. Hey, Dave. How are you, buddy? Thanks for coming in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Carl's
7.
in
I
here.
see
What's
8,
up, Carl?
9. I see 10 numbers.
While you're counting the numbers, I just wanted to give a shout out to Carl from Chillin' in Indiana. He's a great supporter of my channel, and I'm sure he supports your channel too, King. But I wanted to say thank you, Carl, for all your support. I really do appreciate that.
Okay. I got that, Rocco. Numbers. I saw 35 from Paul and 35 from Rocco. And then he said
10 and 10 from David Williams and Chillin' in Indiana, Carl. Also.
All right. David Williams, pick another number because Carl picked 10 first, all right?
Yes.
Paul beat me, and then Rocco picked 34 instead of 35. So you still see his 10 as 35, but I deleted it on YouTube. So.
Okay, all right.
On YouTube, I removed the comment, so they can't see that one anymore.
All right.
And so I'm removing David Williams 10 as well, and so we're going to have wait till David picks another number.
David just picked again. And you're welcome, Dave. I'm glad you caught some fish on my baits, man. That's exciting to hear. If you have a video or anything with that, please send it to me. I'll put it in the testimonial section of my website.
Outdoors Fishing Dream said me and Livin have the same number. Let's see what that has. Outdoors let's see.
Who's
Livin
first?
Outdoors. I see Outdoors Fishing Dream first. What do you see? I see Outdoors Fishing Dream right before Livin In. They both say 77.
I see 77. Outdoors Fishing Dream is before Livin MN.
Okay, so Livin MN pick. We're gonna give about 30 seconds to maybe 45 seconds to pick your numbers. But Livin MN, please pick another number because Outdoors Fishing Dream had 77 first.
Yes.
So I'm removing your comment, Daniel.
And he's got to pick again.
You got to pick again, and then right after that, we're going to go ahead and stop it. So make sure to get in if you haven't. I know the number, but I don't know the number. Dang it.
That's a bad thing. Yeah, we got 17 people in here, so
okay.
I don't know how many numbers.
On my screen, on YouTube and on StreamYard, it showed Outdoors Fishing Dream first for me, Daniel. So sorry for making the change.
It did show it for me too. He was first with 77. Outdoors.
Yeah, that Gar video was awesome, and I've got a Gar video coming out at some point too with Backyard Boy. 10 seconds, y'all. If you have not typed in a number, if you have, do not type another one, please. But 10 seconds, y'all. If you see that you typed the same number as someone else and they were first, you've got to get a different one. I think we addressed all the repeats and all the doubles. I think we're good. Got about 5 seconds to get your number in if you haven't. I think everyone's in, though. We have 17 people. We've seen close to that many comments. Number. All right. High and Muddy got in 54. Rebel River already picked 54. You've got about 20 seconds, High and Muddy. High and Muddy, you got about 20 seconds to pick another number. High and Muddy, you got about 20 seconds to pick a different number that hasn't already been picked because Rebel River Cats already had 54.
Yes. And
So,
Daniel said that Danimal said that there is 14 numbers now, but there are 18 people in here.
43. Okay, we're gonna stop it. I just typed in stop. The last one we're taking is High and Muddy Fishing with 43.
Okay.
So I guess now we reveal the number and figure out who was closer.
Yes, sir. I know who the winner is, but I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let Theo show you the number.
Did somebody nail it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
And you can say who won, okay? You see that name? Okay, show the number first, then announce the name. It's talking to the microphone. Yep.
The winner is?
Go ahead, show it. The winner is?
Dave Williams, he picked number 15, but the number was 16.
So the number was 16, and David Williams picked 15.
Right. Oh, wow. David Williams, that was his repick after tying Carl.
That was his
That's
repick
crazy.
after tying Carl.
And it was
Carl.
one away. It was one away without going over from 16. So
David
congratulations.
Williams is
I don't
another.
have a bell, but ding, 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 ding,
Yep,
ding.
David Williams is the winner, and that's like I said, he's a great supporter of the channel too. So, and all you guys support us, I know you do. But David, I'm glad you won, buddy.
Congratulations. That's awesome. So the bag, again, the swag bag is going to have 2 hats, at least 1 net gator. It might have a packet, like a set of net gators.
It might give you the 2
stickers.
net gators. Yeah, they might give you 1 to match each hat, the green and
At the
blue.
very least, you're getting 2 hats, a net gator, and some stickers. At the very least,
Yeah.
they might throw in some other stuff as well. But we're going to get your information. So do you want him to just send you his address?
He can email me. Yeah, he can email me his address, or and then I could just pass that on to you, and we give it to FishAngler or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll give your information to Ted via email. We'll get that to FishAngler, and they'll send that to you as soon as they can. So congrats again. And I do know, I missed this comment earlier, but TikTok said, I've been loving your trip highlights. So that's something
cool.
I've been doing a little more. I think I got that kind of like from On the Reel Fishing. He always goes out fishing, and on his YouTube community tab, he'll post like, here's what I caught today. And I really like those posts, like behind the scenes what they're catching. So thank you for saying you like those.
I do that in my community tab a lot. I always put out the highlights of my day or whatever. That evening I'll put out what I caught in my community.
I used to do it when I'd go on trips out of state, but now I'm just doing it when I go out in the kayak for the day. Like here was the session and everything. And so the reason why I brought that up is I have noticed David Williams will comment on those and comment on the videos.
I do it on Facebook too a lot. I always put my highlights out there.
We might not notice every comment everybody makes every time we try to, but if you are constantly coming in and commenting on our stuff, we do notice the people who are always there in our videos saying stuff. We really do appreciate that. So thank you guys all so much. And I think that was a very well-deserved win, David. So congratulations. And you know me and Ted, we'll have more giveaways soon, so stay tuned for those.
Yep. And that's another way to support the channels out there. Go in there, watch the video, make a comment, put a comment on the video. We really appreciate that. And that's any channel that you're watching, you know what I mean? So definitely, you got another boom from David Smith.
Boom, boom, boom. Help with shipping fun. Appreciate that, David. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but that's a great way to support other channels. Just go in, watch the video, and make a comment. That's one of the best ways.
David Smith. Yep. And so what I have on the list of things to do here is literally just talk about the updates, what I've been up to for anyone interested, because it's been so long since I've been live. Make a couple announcements, and then allow Ted the time to do the same thing if he has any announcements he wants to make. And then that's basically it. I'll make sure to say, hey, download FishAngler one more time, and then we'll shut it down. Let's start with the check-in with me. And again, I want to let's look at the starred messages here. A special thank you, one, to everybody for being in here tonight, to FishAngler and all of our other sponsors, but to Last Cast with TikTok and to David Smith for the super chats tonight. That stuff really, really helps out with the giveaways and things like this on the channel. So really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the extra support there.
Yep.
I know, Dan. I know you do. So anyway, update with me. Let's start with life and then get to fishing and then announcements and then Ted's got announcements and that'll be it. We can let you guys get on with your night. As far as updates with my life and everything like that, I recently moved from Springfield, where I was attending college at Missouri State University. I'm now living in Lone Jack, Missouri. It's about 25, 30 minutes east of Kansas City, Missouri. It's a very small town, about 1,000 people. I live on like a 10-acre property, and we've got one pig now because a couple passed, unfortunately, recently. But all types of like geese and ducks and chickens, and we've got some raised beds and plots that we've got food in that we grow and everything. So not really a farm, but some decent land and everything. So that's where I'm living now. Currently, I'm living in Molly's bedroom while we are working on renovating part of a barn into like an apartment for ourselves. And it sounds, kind of ghetto, living in a barn, whatever. We are living in a barn, but we're going to make it very nice inside.
Thanks, Carl. Appreciate that.
Pretty well. So that's the update with me as far as living conditions. When the last semester ended at school, I had reached the end of my assistantship, so I can't do that anymore. And I had something that I thought was kind of lined up for work as far as working from home, and that ended up not working out, and now I'm pursuing something else. So I'm between jobs right now, searching for something, but I've been helping people move. We had a couple of storms recently, so I've been doing some cutting down trees that have fallen on people's fence and stuff. So I am doing odd jobs, physical labor and stuff. Definitely not what I went to college for, but the job search now. And as far as college, I'm going with all my classes, and I'm just working on some papers, hoping to have that master's in wildlife biology by December. So that's kind of the update on me. Like between jobs, trying to find something consistent, and what that's going to be for like announcements on my channel and everything. That's going to mean when I do finally find something a little more consistent, then hopefully I'll be able to put out more consistent videos, find a live stream schedule that works, all that good stuff. Being out there in that small town, the internet's not good enough to go live. So here I am in my parents' live right now. So to be able to go live, I'll have to either come here to my parents, go to maybe my brother's house, which is kind of in the middle or something, if that's fine with him. I don't know, but I've got to figure out something that I can do weekly for live streams. And like I said, I just found my webcam today. It's been in boxes. Everything's still in boxes from the move between a couple cities. And I don't even know where my mic is, so if the audio sounds kind of okay. I just found my second GoPro after the first one melted. Hopefully they'll be sending me a replacement soon, so that'll be fine. But just everything's kind of still in boxes and all over the place. If you haven't noticed, I have actually already started to get more consistent with uploads. I've recently put out 2 long-form fishing videos. They're both trout videos, and that takes us to kind of announcements and stuff like that. I have another video premiering this Thursday at 6:30. I was actually going to premiere it Wednesday, and then I remembered Ted does his premieres on Wednesdays. So maybe I'm not saying Thursday is going to be the day that I do all my premieres. I'm sure there's other people that do premieres every day. We're going to be overlapping someone. It's just the way it is. But maybe I'll figure out a day of the week or 2 days a week where I do premiere a long-form video or something. At this point, I don't have a plan for what day that will be, but I'm definitely planning on at least one long-form fishing video a week from here on out, with the exception of, weeks where I'm too busy or out of town or something like that. But that's the plan, is to get a little more. I mean, I've always put out shorts on YouTube. I've kind of slowed down, pumped the brakes on putting shorts out a little bit, just to not be spamming a bunch of content. I feel like putting out a ton of short videos is more of like an Instagram or TikTok thing. YouTube, I still want to focus on the lives, which I'd like to do more, especially the fishing lives, and just more long form videos. So get more of that stuff done. As far as the fishing, I still go out and fish for everything. It's been really hot here in Missouri, so the midday, if I'm not creek fishing or pond hopping and fishing with like live worms on a jig head for like panfish or whatever multi-species stuff is in a creek, because that's the only time I can get a good bite in the heat of the day. I'm not really good at catching fish when it's 95 degrees. But I've been getting out in the kayak in the morning and the evening, as you can see in my posts I've been putting on social media and my community posts on YouTube. And I've actually been doing pretty good on the bass lately, and obviously panfish like always. But it's consistently landing 2 to 3 pound bass when I go out most times, and trying to find a couple bigger ones and make sure my gear's all set right when I do hook one, so I can get it into the kayak. It's always harder to get a good hook set from the kayak when you're on the same level as the fish and everything, and your seat's leaning back and all that good stuff. So that's the update and the announcements with me. I can't think of anything else besides coming up very soon. I'm going to make an announcement on this fishing league tournament thing that we talked about. It's a live stream fishing league. It's going to have a live championship for the couple people that finish in like the top 6 or top 8 or something like that. And the winner's going to get this huge tackle bag just chock full of stuff. There'll be a couple other smaller prizes as well. I also made a video, if you remember, where I was going to have some people do a hot challenge on my channel, the Devil's Satan's Toe or whatever it's called, that hot sucker. But literally only one person wanted to do it, so we're going to pump the brakes on that, and maybe I'll bring that to light later. For right now, we're just going to put a pause on that one because everyone after watching me and other people suffer on my channel with those hot challenges, I guess they decided they did not want to do it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, they're not fun. So that's really all the announcements and everything I think that I have. Download FishAngler. The links and stuff are down below. I'm going to leave the last little bit of time here for Ted to talk about any announcements on his channel, any updates he wants to talk about. And I do want to say congrats again to our winner. Was that David Williams?
David Williams, yep.
David Williams. Yep, I want to make sure I got the name right. David Williams.
The swag bag.
Congrats for winning the FishAngler swag bag. So that'll be on its way to you as soon as we get the address and get it to FishAngler.
Cool. All right, well, I'd like to just start with saying thank you for the comment, Carl. I appreciate that. Great supporter of the channel. Also, I want to say hi to PA Trapping. He came in and said hi, and I didn't want to interrupt you, King, while you were talking, but thanks. How you doing, PA? Thanks for coming in. So, yeah, I have a couple announcements. I'm going to be getting from Shane Flint, I'm getting the travel tackle bag that I can use my last couple weeks here fishing. That originated from Larry from Show Me Creeks, I believe last year. So it's finally get to me. Last year I was going to get it, but it was the end of the season. It was like August, and Mark J. Larson was going to send it to me, but he didn't because I quit fishing around August. So they kept it going, and then it ended up getting lost somewhere. And then they found the tackle bag back, and then now it's back in circulation. So Shane Flint has it now, and he's sending it to me to use. And what we're doing is using baits out of the tackle bag, and then we send it to somebody else. So if anybody's interested in getting the travel tackle bag, please email me. Go to my description. What I'm going to do is when I make the video, I'm going to have everybody that emailed me or commenting on the video is going to be in a drawing, and then I'm going to send it to you guys unless I'm told to send it to somebody who really wanted it. So email me if you're interested in the travel tackle bag. Also, Jason from JJ Drones, he is doing the Wreaths Across America. If anybody knows about that, or go over to his channel and check that out. He's accepting donations for wreaths for fallen veterans. He goes and travels and puts the wreaths on the cemetery, on their graves. They were short some wreaths last year, so he's really trying to drive and get enough wreaths to, to put on all the headstones. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some bait making lives and selling my baits, and I'm going to donate the money to that for my baits if anybody buys them. I see David Williams just emailed me. But what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing some bait making lives dedicated to the Wreaths Across America, and anybody that buys my baits, I'm going to donate that money to the Wreaths Across America. If anybody's interested in just making a donation, go ahead over to Jason's channel, or you can email me and I could push you in the right direction to make a donation. So we really appreciate that. We want to take care of the people that gave up everything for us, so it's the least we can do. I do sell my own baits, so if you want to check me out, go over to offthehookoutdoors.us, buy some baits. After the Wreaths Across America, I am doing some lives where you can get discounts on my baits. You can buy them in the live. It's like a live bait making discount sale, basically. So I'll be doing that in my lives upcoming. I upload every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Try to get a video out every week for you guys. I do appreciate all the support. I do appreciate all the comments. So keep them coming in. It drives me to keep doing more when I see the great comments and things coming in. But yeah, that's about it. Just my hunting content will be coming out here in September, or August, September. I'm on a pro staff team of Rubline Scent, so I'll be doing some videos, some hunting videos with that, using that scent coming up. And yeah, the fishing will be over in August, and I leave my the lake house, and then I start hunting. So hopefully you guys enjoy my hunting videos. Come over, make a comment, and that's what that's what drives me and all these great people in this chat, making comments and sharing us out and everything. Really really keeps us going. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. If anybody, supporting our channel, it all goes right back into the channel. Try to upgrade our camera equipment, buy more bait materials to make more baits and everything. So everything goes right back in to the channel. Anything that you do, for us, we try to put back into the channel to make your viewing experience as best as we can. So, but I really appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in tonight. King, thank you for having me. We definitely got to have another contest again because I want a win.
If it's a fishing contest, you'll get your win. So
but I'm in the Shane Flint contest right now. So Theo actually is in it also. He entered 3 fish. I put them in tonight because I'm not fishing the next 2 weeks. So I'll be going right into the second round. It's a 5 bass draw. Well, we have to enter 3 fish at the first round by next week. He caught his 3. I caught my 3. So we're entering that in, and then when we move up to the second round, you have to catch a fish 1 inch bigger than your biggest of the 3, and then your 5th fish has to be 1 inch bigger than your 4th fish. So it's kind of like a strategy game there that you got to play. So hopefully, Theo's, it's his first tournament, so I was happy that he's in it, and he made it to the second round. So it's cool to do that with your son, you know what I mean? So he's having fun. I'm having fun with it. So we'll see. Probably not going to win, but we're going to at least place and have a good showing anyway for PA. And that's all I have awesome tonight, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome to get to see a couple of those fish that you're going to be entering in the tournament caught live.
I wish I could have entered that 21 and a quarter, but it was too big, and I
catch it again.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Catch it again, actually.
Catch it again.
But yeah, guys, thank you all for coming in tonight. Thank you for all your support. Really appreciate it.
I was hoping we planned this thing just so I could end it and get out on the kayak for an hour, but now it's pitch black out there, so probably not going to be seeing my Senkos out there. I could go out and hit topwater from the bank or something. I'm probably going to go to bed soon and get up early and get on the fish before I have a day of work to do. And I got to look for jobs too. So.
I have fished the Allegheny River. I'm not a real big river fisherman, PA trapping. I have access to the river right here. I could be in the water in 10 minutes, and I don't fish it that much. If you guys have watched any of the Bassmaster Classics that they had here, their biggest fish was like 14 inches. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough. Mm-hmm. River fishing is tough around here. So I don't fish the rivers much. I mean, I should, but I have my boat up at the lake and basically fish up there because I love lake fishing so much. That's my home lake. And then August, like I said, I quit fishing. I put the rods away and I pull out the bow. So that's what I'll be focusing on here in the next couple months.
Yep. Dynamic Angler, just email me or something. We might be able to figure something out. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bad deal. I haven't made my Sunblessa thing either, and it's been months, so I feel terrible about that one. It's one. I guess I need to look at how the other people did it because I don't make night videos because I don't have lights. Yeah. So how am I supposed to make the video of me using the lights? Like that's what
I actually forgot to announce that tonight, King. If you don't mind me just adding that real quick. If you guys are interested in doing any reviews on a Sunblessa light, please email me your information. I have access to Sunblessa where they want me to get them a list. So if anybody is interested in doing Sunblessa lights reviews, please email me. The emails are in my description. If you don't have it, I'm sure somebody does. King has it. If you want to go to my videos, watch it, check out the email and email me and let me know that you would like to review Sunblessa products, and I will get that over to Gavin at Sunblessa, and he will get a hold of you and send you a product that they make, and you can just, all I ask you to do is if you get it, just make the video in a decent time for him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Don't do what me and Dan did because we screwed up. Yeah, I still don't know how to make it because I don't have a backlight. You're not going to be able to see anything. If it's just me shining a light on the camera every 5 minutes, you aren't going to see nothing. So I don't really understand how to do it.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in doing a Sunblessa review, just email me and I'll get that over to Gavin at Sunblessa, and we will get the information out to you, and they will get your products sent out. So they're looking for, I think, 300 in USA from me.
Gotcha.
So, anybody that is interested in doing that, please email me, and I'll get your information over to them, and they will get back to you pretty quickly. So,
well, that's a reminder to me and Dan to do ours, figure it out. But They're great for doing stuff at night. I just have to figure out how to make a
Well,
video
they have
on it.
another
I
one
don't
out.
do night videos, so
They have a
I
Gen
don't get it.
2 out now also, and I did a review, sort of a review on it, but it's sort of like the same as the Gen 1. But they took away one of the lights. I think they took away the green light, which I wasn't too happy about, and I told them about it.
Yeah,
And,
I'm just gonna have to do it live or something. That's the only way I can think to do it, with the ring light or something.
Yeah. So, yeah. But if you're interested, please get a hold of me, and I will get the information to Gavin.
Yep, all mine have sweat stains too, Dan. Yeah, night fishing is great, but I don't know how to do videos or lives at night.
I like the ring lights at night, though. If you got the ring light with a power pack, I think it's
okay.
That's good. You know, it isn't the best, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's all I do. So, right on. Any last questions or anything? I think I'm about to shut her down.
Yeah, man. I'll get off of here to let you end it, King, if you don't mind. I'll get off.
Sounds good, man. Thanks so much for being on, and it was a great collab. It was a great week. And thanks for coming on and helping give away the swag bag.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, and have a great night, everybody. And we will see you.
See ya.
You gonna end me, King?
Yep. I just gave it an extra second to make it more awkward. He tried to do the YouTuber goodbye thing. I was like, let's just let it look at his palm of his hand for a couple seconds. Buck Killer, what's up? Gotta run. Thanks. Yeah, we're shutting it down anyway, but I appreciate you guys all being in here. That's about it. Parker Harbor, fish about to turn on the headlights. Where are you jokers going? Probably to bed, I guess. Right on. But yeah, so that's all we have for tonight. Congrats, David Williams, for winning that swag bag. I don't think I'm gonna have time to get out tonight, so I might do some stuff in the computer, get some work done, call my girlfriend, and maybe do a little bit of fishing in the morning before I have to start chopping stuff up. But it would just be for like an hour or so before it got, before it started to warm up. That all being said, that's what I got. I got a video premiering, like I said, Thursday, so you want to check that out. It is called, what is it called? Something about catching spillway monsters or something like that. So awesome stream, ready for the next one. I can't tell you when the next one will be, but I used to go live at least once a week. So I'll be looking to do the next live when I can. Maybe do some live fishing at some point. Right now, the consistency I have on my channel is nowhere near where I hope to get it one day, or where it was back when I didn't have as many obligations. But everything's up in the air, trying to get it figured out. But I'm still planning on putting out content when I can and putting out updates for you guys. That's all I got. Later, everybody. I appreciate it. Gonna go ahead and shut it down, and I'll see you guys all in the morning. And maybe tomorrow I'll post some updates from my or some highlights from my kayak trip today, because I didn't land a monster, but I landed the nicest bass that I've landed in the last several weeks from this lake on the kayak, and a bunch of dings too. So see you, everybody. Fishing's good. See you next time. And yeah, I plan on doing some live and some recorded fishing videos and the shorts and studio lives like this. But we'll make it happen. Later, everybody. Have a good night, and hope you guys catch some fish real soon. Good luck on the water. Tight lines. Have a good night. Later, everyone.